Previously, I showed you some fish that I think are way too underrated. And now, I'm gonna go vice versa, which is the overrated ones. What's up my aquatic friends, Raja here, and this is Taj Mahal Aquatics, your source of fun fish content and everything about the world of fish keeping. Previously, I showed you some fish that I think are way too underrated and deserve more love. But in this video, I want to do something a little different. If previously I showed you some underrated fish, I'm gonna go to the opposite in this video, which is some fish that I think are way too overrated. These fishes may be on the hype now, and many people want these fish. But in my opinion, these fishes are not worth the hype and to spend money on, and just simply way too overrated. And I didn't see the joy of having this fish. Wanna know what fish that I think are way too overrated? Let's dive in to find out. This fish is popular for its unique color, but I just didn't see the fun of having this fish. Glowfish are very popular lately, and I often see this fish everywhere I go, no matter if it's in the fish store or in someone else's aquarium. Here in Indonesia, this fish is quite popular, but I just think they are way too overrated, and not a fish that's worth spending your money on. And here's why. Number 1, they cost more for a small fish. The greatest thing about small fish is that they are very cheap. But with glowfish, they are something else. Yes, they are not as expensive as the latest iPhone 16, but if you compare it with other small fish like neon tetra, or betta fish, or guppy, and other small aquarium fish, they are more on the pricier side. Number 2, misleading marketing. Why would I say this? Because these fish were targeted to be a great beginner's fish that are great for someone who is interested in keeping fish, or for kids that wants to keep fish. But this fish is not a great beginner's fish, and oftentimes, these fishes ended up in the worst living scenario, like in an overcrowded aquarium, or even worse, a very tiny aquarium. And to make matters worse, this fish is a modified fish. Not a real natural species, but modified, like how some youngsters in my country modified their diesel cars. Why is it the worst part? Is that they will make new fish keepers confused with how they behave in an aquarium, or how compatible they are with other fish. Not to mention that modifying fish for aesthetics is a really controversial thing. So not a great fish, especially for beginners, and not a worthy fish to spend money on. This fish is the king of the aquarium, but unfortunately, they are not as worthy as you think. Discus are a wonderful fish to have in many aquariums, and they are also super popular in this hobby. However, as popular and as high as the hype for these fish is, I think they are not a worthy fish to spend money on, and I wouldn't recommend it to many people also, and here's why. First of all, they are pricey. Not necessarily a cheap fish to have, and again, even though they may not be as expensive as iPhone 16, they are still way too pricey for you. Secondly, labor. These fish may be awesome, but you have to know that they are very challenging to keep. Not necessarily that hard, but they will require more labor for you. You will need to do more work to keep this fish especially if you keep them in a 55-gallon. They are sensitive to bad water condition, and if you are too lazy to clean your aquarium, don't even get near these fish. Thirdly, even though you see them in a planted aquarium quite often, these fish are not always a match for aquarium plants. Why would I say that? It's because of the water parameters of these fish. These fish like warmer waters, while most plants hate water that's warmer. Plants like bright lighting, but this fish hates it. So basically, plants and Discus are not always friends. So be wise with your plant choice. So overall, not really a worthy fish to spend money on. And having this fish is more of a hassle than joy. Everybody likes sharks, especially many little kids. So what would they do? They go to the fish store and find something that looks like a shark, and they stumble on this fish, which is the bala shark. This is the fish that mom and dad gets for their kids when they beg to have a shark in their aquarium. But if I have a kid, I would rather get them a shark balloon than this fish, and here's why. Number 1, their name is a scam. This fish is not even a shark, it's a carp. And you have been fooling your kids thinking that they are a shark. Second of all, they are huge. When you get these fish for your kids, they are so tiny, so you put them in your 5 or 10 or 20-gallon aquarium, but in years to come, they're gonna grow really big. No, they're not as big as Megalodon, but for sure, they're gonna outgrow your 20-gallon aquarium. And actually, they need more than 100 gallons of space, or they might need a pond like a koi. And to make matters worse, they are schooling fish, so they hate being lonely. And you need to get them in a group. And you can imagine how much space you need if you need to get them in a group, knowing that they will outgrow your 20-gallon. So overall, not really a great fish, especially for kids, as they are gonna cause more problems than joy, and not worthy to get. And if your kids wants a shark, just get them a shark balloon. It's available in many party stores, and you don't need an aquarium to keep them. Or just get them a shark plushie maybe. I can't believe that I have to put one of my favorite fish on this video, but I have to admit that this fish is not for everyone, and here's why. Arowana are probably the most popular predatory fish in this hobby, and so many people like this fish, including me. Here in Indonesia, the fame of this fish is still really good, especially among the predatory fish community. But in my opinion, although this fish is one of my favorites, I must admit that this fish is not worthy for some, and here's why. First of all, they are quite niche. And what that means is that even though they are so popular and many people like them, they are not a perfect fish for everyone. These fish are only for some people that do know how to handle predatory fish, or at least have experience of keeping fish before. These fish are super aggressive, and if you are not prepared for that, don't even get near this fish. Second of all, they need a large aquarium. These fish are not tiny, and you might need more than 200 gallons of water to house them. And not everyone could afford a 200 plus gallon aquarium or even have the space for it. And lastly, they are pricey, especially for the Asian ones. Getting the aquarium is already expensive, let alone getting the fish itself. The price of the fish are actually quite expensive, especially for the Asian ones. You will spend a lot of money for an Asian Arowana, and probably even more than the latest iPhone. So not a great fish for many people. And it is hard for me to put this fish on this list as it is one of my favorite fish. But this fish is only for certain people that do know how to handle them and also could afford them. And lastly, to close things up, why don't we talk about predatory fish? Here in Indonesia, predatory fish are quite popular, and often I see so many people have predatory fish or other kinds of exotic fish. And if someone uploads a predatory fish content, they get a really good views from it. And what do you think can make a predatory fish even cooler? I know! Get the platinum ones or albino ones, you name it. I see a lot of platinum gars or Arowana or paku, and they are also quite popular. But at the same time, those platinum or albino fish things are also way too overrated for me, and here's why. Number 1, they are more expensive than the original thing. Predatory fish or exotic fish are already expensive, especially when you get these platinum kinds of fish. The regular ones are just as awesome, so why pay more when you can pay less but still have the awesomeness? The price is not only the reason why I think they are overrated, as the second reason why they are overrated is they are not as hardy as the regular fish. The downside of these kinds of fish is that they are actually weaker than the regular ones. They are more sensitive to lights, they have a weaker genetics, and they are more disease prone. Not a great fish to have, and why would even pay more for a weaker predatory fish? And if I were you, I would have got the regular one. No need for those platinum or albino things. So there you go. Those are my picks on the most overrated fish that are not even worth it. For some of these fish, I don't understand what the hype for these fish is all about, and after all, these fishes are not even worth it to spend your money on. Some of these fishes are just gimmick, and they are not even a great fish to have. And trust me, there are more great fish to spend your money on. Just maybe not for these fishes. So that's a wrap for this video, and what are the most overrated fish to you? Let me know in the comment section below, and give this video a thumbs up if you like this video, and share this video to your friends so they know that these fish are not worth it to buy. And if you wanna see more cool fish content from this channel, make sure to subscribe because there will be more to come. Thanks for watching my aquatic friends, and have a wonderful aquatic life. See you in the next video.